For this activity, you're going to need a piece of paper, a pencil, some scissors, and a bit of tape, as well as 5 10 bars. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take your 5 10 bars and you're going to put them on your paper like this in the corner. Line them up so that they're square in the corner, or as square as possible, like that. And then you're just going to make a line down here, make a line this way with your pencil, and then you're going to take your paper and cut out the rectangle that you've created with the corner of that piece of paper. And you just get rid of the extra paper. And then you're going to take your 10 block that you have and you're going to set it on the side of the paper like this. And then all you're going to do is just fold it up like you're wrapping a present. And just keep folding it like that. And then put one edge over the other. So you can see how it's all folded. And then you can put tape on it to hold it down. Once you've got that down, you can let go and then come back to it. And again, put your tape like this. And then just make sure that you've got tape all the way down that line to keep it strong. And make sure there's nothing that's not taped. Turn it that way. Tape it that way. And now what you've got is a little box that fits your 10 block. So then you can put your 10 block back in there. This is a little 10 block case. Now I'm going to turn off the film for a second and get a couple of other blocks. Okay, so I got out some other blocks, just a set of the 1 to 9 blocks plus a couple of doubles of the smaller blocks, and also the 10 block. So what you're going to do basically is you've made your little 10 case, right? And everybody wants to be a 10, so we're just going to play a little game where we put 10s in here, but instead of it being a big long blue 10, it's going to be a combination of 2 blocks. So perhaps I put a 9 block on one end, and then I put a green block on the other end. All right, and so you can see there's a 9 block and there's a green block, or sorry, a 1 block. And what you're going to do is you're just going to show the student one end of your case, and so that they can see it, and they have to guess who is 9 hiding with. So who is in the case with 9, right? So they may have to get out their 10 block and put the 9 beside it to find out who is hiding with 9 in the case. Oops, that's upside down. Okay, and they can see that there's a green block hiding with 9. So if they guess it, then you can pop it out and say, yep, absolutely. All right, so then we could put in, I'm going to hide it offline and then show you how it works. Okay, so I'm only going to show you one end now. So who's hiding in there with the purple block? And you don't actually have to tell them the number. You don't have to say that that's a 6. You just say who's hiding with purple and let them figure out, you know, that it is the yellow block that's hiding with purple. And then you can pop it out and show them. Some of the kids like this because it's kind of like a Pez dispenser, and it just kind of, take your 10 block and push it out. It kind of pops it out. And they find that pretty fun. You can pop out the 6 block as well. Okay, to make it a little more complicated, you could put a set of twins in. So a light blue block and a light blue block. And then you just show them the light blue, and then they have to figure out who else is hiding with light blue. And again, encourage them if they don't know, if they can't figure it out right away, they can, like just in their heads, visualizing it, they can take out a 10 block and put a light blue block and see who, fits with it. It's obviously not purple. It's not that, it's not going to be a little green one. And then they eventually will figure that out. It's interesting watching the kids when they're doing this, because a lot of times they don't use the blocks, and you can see them working it in their head. You can see them visualizing it in their head. Now, to get a little bit more complicated, instead of having just 2 blocks hiding in your case, you can, and I just use this to pop it out, you can actually have 3 blocks hiding in here. So what happens is, maybe you put a light blue on this end, and then maybe you pop in a green, and that's not the same as 10 yet. So then what you do is you add in a 3rd block to make it the same as 10. So now, instead of showing them one side, you're going to show them that end. So they see the light blue and they see the yellow, and they have to figure out who is sandwiched in between the 2 of these guys to make 10. So who is hiding in between the light blue and the yellow and is the same as 10? And again, you can have them set it up with the blocks. There's your light blue. There's your yellow. Who has to be sandwiched in between there? Well, it's got to be a little green one, right? So there's your 5, there's your 4, and who's sandwiched in between? Well, it's a 1 block. And then again, they really like seeing these things pop out. Oops, I guess I put that like that. So there we go. There's the 4 block popping out. Oh, there's the little green guy sandwiched in between, and there's the 5. So this is just a fun little activity that I thought I would share with you guys today. Keeping in mind that this could be extended. You could make these into bigger cases. You could have a 20 case or a 15 case or an 11 case, and, do your add-ins that way. But one of the biggest things in Mortenson Math is about everybody wants to be a 10, and for very good reason. Those concepts come into use with all sorts of math. But who does everyone want to be? Well, they want to be 10. Well, who do they need to be 10? 4 needs 6 to be 10, right? 5 needs 5 to be 10, and so on, right? And so we're just making 10s here. And then you can do 3 add-ins of 10, So anyways, that's it. That was my little activity I thought I'd share with you guys for today. I hope you enjoy it.